am I the great exception? Have you ever said that to you? Oh, or they're lucky and I'm not. Hi, I'm Christy Karate with Christy's Clarity, and I'm here to tell you that you are not the great exception. And if they can do it, you can do it. This is Christy's Clarity here with another weekly tip, and I'm going through the 7 steps of manifesting miracles. Now, that's a course I teach, but today I'm giving you some of the helpful hints to help you create that in your own life. And I'm also the author of Beyond the Box, Creative Thinking Expanded, and you can use that to also help you with the steps. Now, it doesn't outline the steps, those steps in there. It does correspond to the same principles, right? So today's step is you, number 4, you are the divine in expression. No, I'm not. I can't be that good. Or I have a lot to live up to, or. No, you know what? You know the word omnipotent? I like that word, omnipotent. It means all. And, in many philosophies, the divine, whether you call it Buddha, goddess, God, the divine, I use divine because I think it's a little more across the board, right? It doesn't matter, but we are made in the image and likeness. That's what it says in the Bible, or we are of the seed of God, or whatever it is. But we were not sent here as mistakes. We were sent here. We had the opportunity to walk on this amazing planet because we are the creativity of the divine. We are the creativity of the divine. We're like living out the dreams of the divine. And if you're doing anything else, I'm going to say it. It's dissing the divine, right? So if you are stuck, ask yourself, what would the divine do here? Or what would God do here? There's a great story about, I'm going to butcher this story again, but about a monastery, and there was monks in this monastery, and the order was getting smaller and smaller, and new people weren't coming in, and they were all thinking, what can we do about this? And so one of the monks saw that the abbot was in his cottage. It was just in the next property over, and he would come about 1 year to pray and meditate. And so this one of the head monks said from the monastery says, well, I'm going to go over and see what the rabbi says. The abbot. Okay, sorry. And so he walks over there, and they end up, having tea together and praying together and just really enjoying. And the monk was telling him the problem. He says, yeah, that's kind of happening everywhere. And so he got ready to leave, and he said, do you have any answers for us? And he said, no, I don't. I'm so sorry. But I do know that one of us is the Christ. And the abbot, the monk goes back to the monastery, and they said, what did he say? What did he say? Well, he said that he didn't know, he didn't have any answers, but he said something really interesting at the end. He says, one of us is the Christ. And they all looked at each other and said, that's interesting. Well, Dominique went off and he said, it couldn't be Brother John because he's so cranky and ornery, but what if he is? I better start treating him like the Christ. And they were all wondering, everybody with their weird little faux pas, they're not the Christ. But I better treat them like they are, just in case. And then they thought, what if I'm the Christ? I don't even realize it. I better start acting like the Christ. And all of a sudden, in their beautiful grounds, people started picnicking, and young men started coming, and they started talking to the monks about, what is this about? What's going on? And all of a sudden, many of the young men started joining the order. And this monastery continued to treat everyone like they are the Christ. and especially themselves. So if you realized your own divinity as a manifestation of some greater power, universal power, it can even be the universe, and science is proving a lot of this information, the connection with spiritual and science, how would your life begin to change? So step number 4 is you are the divine in expression. Start acting that way, right? What can you do today? What can you do today to know that you are the divine in expression? This is Christy Karate with Christy's Clarity and the author of Beyond the Box. I look forward to seeing you next Friday. And thanks for joining me. And I trust that this helps empower you in a greater way. Thanks for joining me. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Let me know in the comments if today's Christy's Clarity resonated with you. If you like this video, I've chosen another of my videos that I think you'll like next.